I'm Jeff from Sussex Installations. Today's video is about a security package we've been fitting to a new shape Mercedes Sprinter 2018 onwards. They actually look kind of similar to the previous model, so probably the easiest way to tell what year these vans are is by looking at the dashboard more than anything really. This one's actually got nice all inbuilt Bluetooth, sat nav, all that system. It's a high spec one. We've been fitting Deadlocks to this. So Deadlocks, it's the extra lock on the door, the like Euro cylinder style lock. This is our T-series lock and it's got the security dimple style key on it. We fitted these Deadlocks to all of the doors on this van. The load area is the Deadlock, is actually the hook style Deadlock. And if I just open that up, you'll see what I mean. So if you see the hook on the bolt as it comes out, and that hook hooks in on the bracket which we fitted on the other door, which is here, and the hook part of it goes just over like this, and what it will do is if there is an attack against this lock, then the hook will help to reduce the chance of it breaking by spreading. So just a little bit more secure type of lock, the hook lock, than the normal style Deadlock. And we have these not available for all makes and model vans, but depending on what the door is, often on the load area on the new model vans we will have a hook option, but check with us if that's important to you. The Deadlock, if you don't know what the purpose of a Deadlock is really adding an additional layer of security to your van. So if the Deadlock is on, if I go to open up the door, if you manage to get past the manufacturer's lock-in, the door opens and it just opens that little bit, and then that's the extra layer of security. The Deadlock has stopped it from opening. So I'll just take off the Deadlock. At this point I might have to just push some weight on the door because I've got the whole door pushing against the Deadlock. So I'll just take the weight off of the door, undo the Deadlock, and then open up the door as normal. So you can just carry on using your van door as normal, and then once you want the extra security, whether it's overnight or one of the building merchants' car parks or anything like that, because thieves are getting brazen these days, you know, it's happening daylight, it's not just overnight. Side load door, similar thing, hook style Deadlock, the new hook style Deadlock, the T-series one, and that hooks in on the bracket which we fitted on the pillar here, and it will just hook in through the bracket, and again that hook just helping to reduce the chance of a spreading attack. Cab door, similar thing here, open up the door just a couple of millimeters and the Deadlock stops it. So that's the Deadlocks, that's the extra layer of security. We actually didn't fit an alarm system to this van. It already had a factory fitted Mercedes alarm system to it, and Mercedes, unlike most of the other brands, they seem to put cargo area protection in with their alarm. So in this van, if we look at the back, I can see these ultrasonic sensors here, and you can do the test yourself if you have one of these vans. You can simply sit inside the load compartment of the van, lock the van, you should wait 2 minutes, sitting dead still, and then move after the 2 minutes, and then you will know if your van has got an alarm that's functioning, and also if you've got that cargo area protection on your alarm, because it seems to be overlooked nearly all the time, to be honest. The cargo area, it's the most important part of a van alarm, so that's why a lot of the van makes, we offer like an upgrade to the manufacturer's alarm where we'll put in the cargo area protection. We'll put in like a PIR in the load area and a high position switch, but not on this van, not necessary. Another thing we've done, we fit an ECU shield. So if you've seen these Mercedes Sprinters, you followed any of my stuff, particularly the older ones, people could come along with an ECU, their own one with keys already programmed into it, and they can plug the keys, plug their ECU into the multi-plugs and steal the van. So we fitted this shield which is gone on here and it's bolted in. It's got shear bolts, so it's not easily removable. So that's one other thing that we fitted on here. And the last bit is the Catloc. So Catlocs, it seems to come and go, the theft. Like I guess it depends on the price of the platinum and what kind of export scope the thieves have got for it and how much they're worth. But these things are a nightmare. If you lose a catalytic converter from your van, if it gets stolen, it could actually cost you like £2,000, £3,000 to be replaced, and your van could be off the road. And when we've had epidemics in the past, they've been off the road for like 2 months at a time, so that's just ridiculous. So a dual Catloc system on this, because we've got two expensive parts of the vehicle. We've got the Catloc and we've got the DPF filter. Both parts of this exhaust system are really expensive. So this one is easily accessible, laying down underneath. The other one, a little bit more difficult to get to, but doesn't seem to stop them getting at it. So that's what we fitted those two Catlocs to this exhaust system here and here, bolted on by shear bolts. Once the shear bolts are broken off, it makes them very difficult to remove. So that's what we've done with this van today. We fitted Deadlocks, we fitted an ECU shield, and we fitted Catlocs. Another thing with this van, it does have this keyless ignition. So you've got this key, you can lock and unlock with the remote control, but you actually don't need to put this inside a physical ignition switch. So this does make like this relay kind of attack more likely. So where someone can get a box and they swipe around your house and the other person could be stood next to your van and trying to start up your van. So by having this type of system, it does mean you're a little bit more secure to that, or vulnerable to that type of theft of the actual van as well. So just being careful with that. This one seems to have the manual key here. It's not like the electronic key where it's going to unlock your whole van by this tag being present or a thief's relay box being present, but it will allow the starting of the van if the key is just basically in the general vicinity of the ignition. It could be laying down here on the seat, and if I was to go and press the ignition button, I'd obviously need my foot on the clutch as well in order to do it. It will allow it to start up. So the advice in this case really for these keyless type of ignitions, and my advice really is, if you've got the option to not order one with the van, just have a regular key that goes in the ignition. I just think that's more secure, and we've got enough problems in the van security world without that as an extra problem. If you do have one, you could get one of these RFID blocking wallets, and you could put your keys inside that, and it's like a metal foiled wallet, and it means that the key is encapsulated in metal and it will not transmit. You do have to then take the key out of that in order to use the vehicle, but it means that you can keep the van safe from that relay style attack. If you are going to use one of them, don't forget your spare key. If it's in your house, this needs to go in one of those wallets, RFID blocking wallets, or inside a metal biscuit tin or some metal object, so it's fully encased in metal so those signals don't get out of that box. Anyway, if you're looking for security for your Mercedes Sprinter or any other van, get in touch via the website. It's www.sussexinstallations.co.uk. Thanks for watching.